Criminal Law and Jurisprudence. 100 Review Questions. Part 2. One.
Jose kidnapped Alice in Baguio City. He brought her thereafter in Pangasinan, Tarlac, and Pampanga against the latter's will. This is a case of underscore, delito compuesto, b delito complejo, c delito continuado, d all of the above.
C. Delito continuado, also known as continuing crime. A single crime consisting of a series of acts, but all arising from one criminal resolution. 2. The following are the three cardinal features or characteristics of criminal law, except criminal law applies to all persons who commit felonies in Philippine territory. B. Criminal law applies prospectively and not retroactively unless its provision is favorable to the accused who is not a habitual delinquent. C. Criminal law applies to all offenses committed within Philippine territory. D. Criminal law applies by virtue of treaty stipulations, laws of preferential application, and principles of public international law. The correct answer is D. 3. Criminal law applies to all persons who commit felonies in Philippine territory. The exception to the rule are, except A. By laws of preferential applications, B. By principles of public international law, C. By habitual delinquency, D. By virtue of treaty stipulations. D. By virtue of treaty stipulations. 4. When the evidence presented in court during trial by the state and the accused are of equal weight, which will prevail? A. It depends. B. Accused. C. State. D. None. B. Accused. 5. Aside from the RPC, as amended, and PD issued during martial law era, the other main source of criminal law are special laws which are penal in nature, or one that provides what? A. Policy. B. Publication. C. Punishment. D. Imprisonment. C. Punishment. 6. Under the English rule, crimes committed on board a foreign merchant vessel while on the waters of another country are underscore in that country unless such crimes affect merely the internal management of the vessel. A. Not triable. B. Punishable. C. Triable. D. It depends. C. Triable. 7. It is a law which makes criminal an act done before the passage of the law, or which aggravates a crime, or make it greater than it was when committed. A. Ex post facto law. B. Prospective. C. Bill of attainder. D. Post facto law. A. Ex post facto law. 8. It is a characteristic of criminal laws that requires that they be applied to all persons who live or sojourn in the Philippine territory. A. Generality. B. Territoriality. C. Territorially. D. Generally. A. Generality. 9. Offense covered by Philippine penal laws even if committed outside the Philippines. A. Terrorism. B. Treason. C. Piracy. D. All of these. D. All of these. 10. This branch of government has the power to define and punish crimes. 8. Executive branch. B. Legislative branch. C. Judicial branch. D. President. B. Legislative branch. 11. The constitutional provision limiting the power of the Congress to enact penal laws are the following. 1. The law must not be an ex post facto law, or it should not be given a retroactive effect. 2. The law must not be a bill of attainder, meaning it cannot provide punishment without judicial proceedings. 3. The law must not impose cruel, unusual, or degrading punishment. For no person shall be held to answer for a criminal offence without due process of law. A. 1 only. B. 2 and 4. C. 1, 2 and 3. D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 12. Which of the following is the persons not exempted from criminal liability? A. Charges d'affaires. B. Plenipotentiary. C. Consul. D. Head of State. C. Consul. 13. Primary source of Philippine penal laws. A. Special penal laws. B. Penal press. Decrees. C. Penal Batas Pambansa. D. Revised Penal Code Act No. 3815. D. RPC Act No. 3815. 14. Philippine penal law is applicable within Philippine territory to include A. Its atmosphere. B. Its interior waters. C. Its maritime. D. All of the above. D. All of the above. 15. When substantial law took effect. A. December 10th, 1930. B. November 10th, 1930. C. January 1st, 1932. D. June 1st, 1932. C. January 1st, 1932. 16. In this theory, the basis of criminal liability is human free will, and the purpose of the penalty is retribution. It is endeavored to establish a mechanical and direct proportion between crime and penalty, and there is scant regard to the human element. A. Classical theory. B. Positivist theory. C. Eclectic or mixed theory. D. Utilitarian or protective theory. A. Classical theory. 17. In this theory, the primary purpose of the punishment under criminal law is the protection of society from actual and potential wrongdoers. The courts, therefore, in exacting retribution for the wronged society, should direct the punishment to potential or actual wrongdoers, since criminal law is directed against acts or omissions which the society does not approve. Consistent with this theory is the molla prohibita principle, which punishes an offense regardless of malice or criminal intent. A. Classical theory. B. Positivist theory. C. Eclectic or mixed theory. D. Utilitarian or protective theory. D. Utilitarian or protective theory. 18. There is great respect for the human element because the offender is regarded as socially sick who needs treatment, not punishment. Crimes are regarded as social phenomena which constrain a person to do wrong, although not of his own volition. A. Eclectic. B. Realistic. C. Mixed. D. Classical. (19) Philippines has jurisdiction over the crimes on Philippine ship or airship if within Philippine waters or atmosphere. This statement is correctly untrue. A. Correct. B. Incorrect. C. Partially correct. D. Partially incorrect. B. Incorrect. 20. Proposal is best defined as A. When the offender proposes its execution to some other person or persons. B. Exist when there are two or more persons comes to an agreement concerning to the commission of an offense. C. The act of one is the act of all. D. All of the above best explain proposal. A. When the offender proposes its execution to some other person or persons. 21. Is impossible crime is really a crime? A. Yes, because the act gives rise to criminal liability, and it has a penalty of arresto mea and a fine of 200 to 500 pesos. The accused must be punished for his criminal tendency or propensity. B. No, an impossible crime is not really a crime. It is only so called because the act gives rise to criminal liability, but actually no felony is committed. The accused is to be punished for his criminal tendency or propensity, although no crime was committed. C. Yes. Although the effect was not constituted, it is a crime defined under the RPC. D. No. There are no cases yet decided by the courts of the Philippines. The correct answer is B. 22. Impossible crime is present even if the crime committed is crimes against chastity. This statement is not incorrect. A. True. B. Untrue. C. Maybe. D. It depends. B. Untrue. 23. What is the generic term used to refer to a wrongdoing punished either under the RPC or under the special law? A. Felony. B. Infraction. C. Offense. D. Crime. D. Crime. 24. What is our classifications of crimes as to the commission? A. Dolo or felonies committed with deliberate intent. B. Culpa or those committed by means of fault. C. Mala prohibita and mala in se. D. Both A and B. D. Both A and B. 25. The following are the stages of execution of crimes, except A. Consummated. B. Frustrated. C. Conspiracy or proposal to commit crime. D. Attempted. C. Conspiracy or proposal to commit crime. 26. The following are classifications of crimes as to its gravity, except A. Grave felonies. B. Slight felonies. C. Light felonies. D. Less grave felonies. B. Slight felonies. 27. The following are classifications of crimes as to count, except A. Composite or special complex. B. Article 247, paragraph 1 and 2. C. Continuing. D. Complex, under Article 48. The correct answer is B. 28. Crimes under the RPC involve crimes molla prohibita. Crimes under special law usually crimes molla in se. A. Statement 1 is correct and Statement 2 is incorrect. B. Statement 1 is incorrect and Statement 2 is correct. C. Both statement is correct. D. Both statement is incorrect. D. Both statement is incorrect. 29. Interterritorial refers to the application of the RPC within the Philippine territory. Extraterritorial refers to the application of the RPC inside the Philippine territory. A. Statement 1 is correct and Statement 2 is incorrect. B. Statement 1 is incorrect and Statement 2 is correct. C. Both statements are correct. D. Both statements are incorrect. The correct answer is A. 30. You can pause the video to analyze this question. (31) It means that acts or omissions will only be subject to a penal law if they are committed after a penal law had already taken effect. A. Generality. B. Territoriality. C. Prospectivity. D. Nationality. C. Prospectivity, also called irretrospectivity. It means that the criminal law of the country governs all persons within the country regardless of their race, belief, sex, or creed. A. Generality. B. Territoriality. C. Prospectivity. D. Nationality. A. Generality. 33. It means that the penal laws of the country have force and effect only within its territory. A. Generality. B. Territoriality. C. Prospectivity. D. Nationality. B. Territoriality. 34. Who has the power to enact penal laws? A. Legislative branch. B. Executive branch. C. Judicial branch. D. Judge. A. Legislative branch. 35. The underscore may define and punish an act as a crime. Such exercise of power is not executive, but legislative, as he derives such power from the lawmaking body. It is, in essence, an exercise of legislative power by the chief executive. A. Legislative branch. B. Executive branch. C. Judicial branch. D. President. D. President. 36. Is the death penalty already abolished? A. Yes, because it is abolished under RA 9346 is illegalized the imposition of death penalty. B. No, Because it is prohibited under RA 9346 is only the imposition of death penalty. C. Maybe. D. It depends. B. No. Because it is prohibited under RA 9346 is only the imposition of death penalty. 37. In lieu of the death penalty, the following shall be imposed. A. Reclusion perpetua when the law violated makes use of the nomenclature of the penalties of the RPC. B. Life imprisonment when the law violated does not make use of the nomenclature of the penalties of the RPC, Sec. 2. C. Neither A nor B. D. Either A or B. D. Either A or B. 38. Are acts or omissions punishable by the Act 3815? A. Felony. B. Infraction. C. Offense. D. Crime. A. Felony. 39. What is meant by actus non facit reum nisi mens sit re? A. There is no crime if there is no law punishing it. B. An act done by me against my will is not my act. C. The act itself does not make a man guilty unless his intention were so. D. Ignorance of fact excuses one from crime. C. The act itself does not make a man guilty unless his intention were so. 40. Jose stabbed Alice at the threshold of death. That is, while Alice was about to die, Jose suddenly developed the idea of raping Alice. What crime was committed? A. Rape. B. Murder. C. Rape with murder. D. Murder rape as aggravating. D. Murder rape as aggravating. 41. What are the requisites of dolo? A. Criminal intent. B. Freedom of action. C. Intelligence. D. Criminal negligence. D. Criminal negligence. 42. Which among the following is not an afflictive penalty? A. Reclusion perpetua. C. Prison mea. B. Reclusion temporal. D. Arresto mea. D. Arresto mea. 43. Under the underscore, the maximum duration of the convict's sentence shall not be more than three times the length of time corresponding to the most severe penalties imposed upon him, which however shall not exceed 40 years. A. Supreme Court ruling. B. Revised Penal Code. C. 1987 Constitution. D. Threefold rule in the service of sentence. D. Threefold rule in the service of sentence. 44. What is the first and indispensable requisite of self-defense? A. Unlawful aggression. B. Reasonable necessity of the means employed to prevent or repel it. C. Lack of sufficient provocation on the part of the person defending himself. D. The person defending be not induced by hatred, revenge, or other evil motive. A. Unlawful aggression. 45. It exists when two or more persons come to an agreement concerning the commission of a felony and decide to commit it. A. Conspiracy. C. Proposal. B. Piracy. D. Criminal agreement. 46. Material crimes are crimes that have 3 stages, namely attempted, frustrated, and consummated stages, whereas underscore are crimes that are consummated in one instant. That is, it may not have an attempted or a frustrated stage, such as acts of lasciviousness, slander, false testimony, etc. A. Formal crimes. C. Continuing crimes. B. Material crimes. D. Complex crimes. A. Formal crimes. 47. It is an act of sovereign power granting a general pardon for past offense, and is rarely exercised in favor of a single individual, and is usually granted to certain classes of persons, usually political offenders, who are subject to trial but not yet convicted. A. Pardon. C. Parole. B. Commutation. D. Amnesty. D. Amnesty. 48. As a general rule, light felonies are punishable only when they are underscore, with the exception of those committed against persons or property. A. Consummated. C. Attempted. B. Frustrated. D. None of the above. A. Consummated. 49. Who grants absolute pardon, the effect of which will extinguish criminal liability? A. Chief Executive or President. C. Offended party. B. Board of Pardon or Parole. D. Supreme Court. A. Chief Executive or President. 50. Circumstances which are grounds for exemption from punishments, because there is wanting in the agent of the crime any of the conditions which make the act voluntary or negligent. A. Exempting circumstances be justifying circumstances. C. Alternative circumstances. D. Mitigating circumstances. A. Exempting circumstances. Comment your score. Like this video for part 3.
Study smarter, not harder.
Follow for more.